Starting route to St. Clement's Church. In half a mile, turn right onto North Lincoln Avenue.
Now this is wild. On either side of the street like this.
St. Clement's Church.
Yeah.
Oh, there he is.
Where is he?
In front of the church.
There he is.
Oh, with the guitar. That's great. And I'll pop the trunk. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome.
That's great.
So, how was your party afterward, after your
It was
performance?
good. It's funny for me, I am an introvert, so
Yeah.
that would take more energy out of me than
Yeah.
the actual
At the next
performance.
light, turn right.
Well, I always find it so interesting when I meet like people who are influencers and very much like in the public eye who are introverts, because I mean, at the end of the day, it's got to be like crash, you know?
Yes, and it's funny the public speaking world is an introvert's world, as strange as that sounds, because you're isolated
At the
on
light,
a stage.
turn right onto North
There
Park
isn't the
Street.
sense of conversation.
Oh, okay.
There's communication, but not conversation. And there's usually space around it. So there's space, physical space, but also, let's say if you're living a public speaking life, you're on a plane, in a hotel,
Yeah.
there's a lot of time alone. So even though it's extremely high energy and drink,
Thank you.
there's a lot going on there. You have time to decompress.
In 1.1 miles.
That I
turn
never
right
thought of
onto
it
North Lincoln Avenue.
from that perspective. That's true, because you do have a lot of time for yourself, and you kind of make your spare time what you want it to be rather than others totally dictating it. You know, you have your speaking engagements and stuff. But
Yes, exactly. And that's the beauty of it, but also the danger of it. That you isolate yourself.
Red light camera ahead.
So the beauty of it is that you can build again, but if you live your life like that on the road, you're isolated for too long.
Right. And you have, with Catholic influencers, there are two other people that you work with. Do they travel with you, or?
They don't travel with me as such, but like Alyssa does, because she's also in my band.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if you had like a group that. Okay.
So Alyssa and I do a lot of speaking together, especially one of my desires is to raise the voice of women in the church as well.
Oh, awesome.
And so I do I try and get a lot of these women like Justine just more of a voice, because I believe that we need to hear, sometimes we only hear half of the heart of God.
Right. So your performance last night was really fun, just to sit and kind of take it in, because I'm more of an introvert too, and when it's like that, you can kind of just feed off of your energy and like listen to the story and go inside of yourself a little bit more,
Yes.
which is really nice.
So that's the idea, to have like a 1 hour retreat.
Yeah, yeah.
And so are you full-time producing, or what do you do?
Yeah, so I'm with University of St. Thomas in Houston, and so I work at St. Thomas as a video producer with Max Studios that just started like a year ago.
Wow.
Because the pandemic kind of bore all of these like podcasts and like all
That's
this
where we
creative
started,
energy.
wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's amazing.
And you've met Darnell and I, and we're like happy, energetic people, and we just want to spread the joy of the gospel, really. We're not into kind of hating on anybody or anything like that. We more so just want to evangelize and talk to the people who are doing it the best, really. And we're both writers by trade, so
In half a mile, take a slight
I
right
enjoy
turn onto North LaSalle Drive.
I enjoy writing and kind of expressing myself in that way, and journaling and things like that. So being in front of the camera is very foreign to me and kind of uncomfortable, but it's what God keeps putting in front of me. So just go with it and hope that it's hitting someone in the right way, or like you're a face for someone who isn't represented or something like that.
And we need, and like to go back to that, we need to see, people, courageous people and talented people at the front. And I think this is something that we'll talk about. It's just there's so much mediocrity in production, in social media, on YouTube, everywhere.
Yeah.
Especially from the church, and this it can't be so. We have to be excellent in everything we do in our music, in our video production.
Right.
In as much as we can.
Our president, he's going to be here today too. He's a very big fan of yours, Dr. Ludwig. He's really into like Catholic innovation, but you know, he reads, his favorite is Ex Corde Ecclesiae, I think that's how you say it. And in that, it talks about how the church is in and of itself innovative and creative. It needs the people to, you know.
Yeah, to step up to it.
Exactly what you're saying. So he's gonna love, like we have just a planned dialogue between the two of you to just, you know, get to know each other. A lot of our style is more so like laid back, get to know each other, or creating really beautiful, interesting like shots. And we work with Steven's team. They're incredible. Wow. Steven lives in Austin, Texas.
Went to the bars there. I love whiskeys.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know bourbons. I know Scottish whiskeys, you know.
Oh, okay.
Single malts. So I did a bit of a whiskey tasting.
Oh, cool. Well, that's a place to do it then.
Exactly.
And today also, we invited, do you know who Bearded Blevins is? He's like...
Very familiar.
Yeah, he's a Catholic influencer who's on Twitch. He's got a big following.
He's Ninja's brother.
Yeah, Ninja's brother, yeah.
Okay.
He's a part of this project as well and lives in Chicago. And he's a friend of ours, so he's going to be joining us today because he wanted to meet you too.
Oh, nice.
So we'll have a lunch with everybody.
Yeah, with a friend of his yesterday who mentioned him.
Yeah, he's great. I meant to invite him to I think he couldn't go to the thing last night. I think he had an event, but he blocked off the full day for just hanging out with us. He'll be in around 11. But he loves bourbon.
Yeah, okay.
He's a huge bourbon guy, and he just kind of went really deep in doing like the research and understanding it, so.
Yes, like with Scotch whiskey, I'm part of a whiskey club. I go to classes. I go to.
That's so impressive.
But I know nothing about bourbon.
Oh, that's so. Well, then you guys could teach each other. That's awesome. Okay, so we're right here on the left. So I'm gonna have to do a little crazy U-turn, but we're right there. We're that red door.
Okay.
Right above the liquor store.
Yeah.
Is this a rental?
Yeah. We had to haul a lot of gear to get the setup.
Of course.
So Steven said, Bridget, just get the biggest car that you can get. And I was like, I'm bringing it, Steven. So we went to 2 different places yesterday, just picking up gear, and they were on different sides of Chicago, so we got to see the city a little more too, which was fun. And when you film, is it primarily you doing your thing, or do you?
Well, I have 2 of my crew, so we use, so we have a studio set up. I have a setup also for myself, because a lot of the time I was in lockdown.
Yeah.
So I had to do a lot of the green screen filming myself, and then I have 2 people who do the editing.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool. Editing is I'm just always in awe of talented editors.
It is, yeah.
What's the code again, Bridget?
Good question. Let me see.
I don't have the code.
To get in?
Yeah.
It's on our message. Yeah, here it is.
Oh, where the...
So this is what I was talking about. But we'll make a pick stop on the left, right here, because we have like a kind of a hangout space. That'll be this first floor. And then the top floor will be the main filming space, but we also have some scenes set up in this first space as well.